With new development plans on the table, the Iron Bear and other gay bars fight for survival in downtown Austin.
A social media giant has a new owner. See what Elon Musk has in store for his new $44 billion asset.
As affordable housing units in the city near capacity, leaders are calling for more options. Reporting Texas TV starts now.
Good evening, I'm Jake Herman.
And I'm Madison Nosek. Some gay bars in Austin's downtown area are at risk of demolition to make room for new skyscrapers.
Many in the queer community have spoken out against these new plans, calling them unfair and saying they should be stopped. Samuel Stark joins us live to tell us more.
Yeah, that's right. With the further development of downtown, many queer spaces are getting pushed out. I spoke with the owner of the Iron Bear on 6th Street. He says the bar may have a chance of being saved.
The Iron Bear is one of the few gay bars in Austin and has been beloved by the queer community for over a decade. They moved from 8th Street to West 6th Street in early 2020.
And then 3 weeks later, the pandemic hit and everybody shut down.
Benji Bashar co-owns the bar and says they knew the building would eventually be torn down when they moved in, but wasn't expecting the owners of the building to act so soon. When members of the queer community heard about the bar's fate, they urged the city commission to label the venue a historic landmark in hopes to save it.
These are significant businesses, and we need to work hard to preserve them.
The commission initiated historic zoning and will later decide whether to recommend city council vote on the venue's historic status.
I mean, everybody needs a place to go where they feel comfortable. They're kind of destroying all the gay spaces in Austin.
The Iron Bear isn't the only gay bar in the area that is being threatened by new development proposals. Down on 4th Street, there was another proposal that would demolish the oldest gay bar in Austin.
A developer wants to build a skyscraper where Oil Can Harry's and 2 other queer-friendly businesses are located. The developer says they'll preserve the old facade of Oil Can Harry's and give them space to reopen.
The fact that these buildings have been home to gay bars for decades is also culturally significant and has a lot of community significance.
Violet Ward is a drag performer on 4th Street. She says there are still times when she feels unsafe.
This was gay Mecca. This was 4th Street. This was gay Mecca. And just to hear that things are going to be changing up a little bit is kind of scary. We find out that people still get gay bashed right here down the street on a gay strip. I think it's very important that we have that LGBT inclusivity in one spot so that we have that one place to feel safe.
A building may meet that criteria for a historic landmark if it shows architectural significance or historical significance. Austin's Historic Landmark Commission will decide if they are going to recommend historic zoning of the Iron Bears building to the City Council at its monthly meeting on May 4th.
A Texas judge reached out to the CEO of Walt Disney, recommending the company relocate to the Lone Star State. On Friday, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signed a bill to dissolve the private government that Disney controls, punishing the company for opposing a new law critics call Don't Say Gay. The law prohibits teaching sexual orientation and gender identity before 4th grade. Fort Bend County Judge J.P. George wrote to Disney's CEO, saying his county is a welcoming and diverse place to do business.
The speculation is over as Elon Musk has finalized a deal to buy Twitter. The CEO of Tesla announced the $44 billion agreement on Monday. This comes along with support from Twitter co-founder Jack Dorsey. Musk is pledging to revamp the social media platform with an emphasis on free speech. Many tech industry experts expect Musk to move Twitter's headquarters to Austin, though Musk's plans to relocate are still unclear.
ACC Highland has expanded its state-of-the-art facility. The new part of campus will allow students to learn traditional trade skills and even advanced manufacturing. This project has been in the works since 2014 when the community college took over the former space occupied by Highland Mall, thanks to voter-approved funding.
Thank goodness the voters participated, because what's been created here is every bit that vision, and it's already meeting every bit the potential and the promise.
Anyone can now register to attend classes on the new campus at the Austin Community College website.
Austin city leaders are seeking new ways to provide affordable housing within city limits. City Council member Jose Chito Villa says nearly all housing provided by Austin's Housing and Planning Department is full. As of 2020, Vela says the city had around 22,000 units that were considered affordable.
I want to boost the amount of housing in Austin, both kind of market rate housing and affordable housing, so everybody can get some relief.
Vela says the city needs to have more affordable housing for those in need. Austinites can get a significant rent reduction through programs with Austin Housing. The prices vary based on income. Lake Travis is expecting a busy summer ahead, and officials are revamping up boat safety checks in preparation. The Travis County Sheriff's Office Lake Patrol will be checking boaters to make sure they have life-saving equipment on board. Things such as life jackets, a noise-making device, and fire extinguishers. The dive team is also preparing after 10 people drowned last year, and that was sadly a record high. Drug overdoses are on the rise in Travis County, but the EMS has a plan to change that.
And in honor of Earth Day, see what hundreds of Austinites did to clean up one of the city's most beautiful spots.
Hey there, Texas. Jensen Ackles here. There's a lot of scary stuff out there. But you know what's really scary? Distracted drivers. With their heads down, they're texting, they're swerving, blowing through stop signs and red lights. Not cool, yo. And not safe. And one other thing, it's not legal either. That's right. There's a new statewide Texas law that says you can't read, write, or send a text while driving. So heads up, Texas. Keep your eyes on the road.
Talk, text, crash. Brought to you by TxDOT. As we open up businesses and begin rebuilding dreams here in Austin, let's also open up a new day of listening and mutual respect. That while we are all different, there is an us in Austin. And today, our local business owners, our hospitals, and our neighbors need us to wear a mask. A mask on each of us is a win for all of us. Let's be that city of us.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Those 9 months were also 273 days of planning. What about your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. And let's not forget those barbecues you plan in detail for your family and your more vegetarian by the day best friends. That surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
In the live music capital of the world lies one of Austin's most prized jazz and wind festivals.
Madeline Salinas is here to tell us how the Texas Community Music Festival is rebounding after a 3-year break.
That's right. This was the organization's 3rd attempt at their 15th annual festival. I talked to organizers and musicians about what it feels like to come back after the pandemic. After 3 attempts, the 15th annual Texas Community Music Festival is underway for the next 2 weeks at the Central Market Cafe in North Austin.
It's kind of like, well, it's celebrating. It's like getting out. We're out of the barn. There's leaves on the trees, sun in the sky. We're playing music.
Herb Holland is an original founder of the Texas Community Music Festival. But while he's excited for its return, he's reminded about the grim reality their community faced from COVID.
There were so many people that played in this festival in 2019 who are dead now. We thought about how much we missed them.
Back in 2006, during its first year, the festival spanned across 4 days and brought in over 10,000 spectators. Now, the festival is 10 days long and hosts 40 different bands. There's even a wait list of a dozen others eager to perform.
So there are amazing things that have always had a place with music. So I'm glad it's back.
But it's not just festival organizers that are excited to be back. Musicians say they're happier than ever to share their music again. Andy McKay plays trumpet for his band Not Past 11. The swing, jazz, and rock band has been playing at the festival for 10 years.
It was the beginning of 2020, that we had to cancel 3 gigs because everything shut down. So it took a while to get back up and running. So very, very glad to be up and going again.
A celebration for those who could listen and those who they've lost. Organizers say the Texas Community Music Festival is here to stay and unite.
We got people at the patio who are thrilled to be back. All the musicians are thrilled to be back. We're not going anywhere. We're back.
The festival is not over yet and will continue through this weekend. If you'd like to attend, we have a link to the festival schedule along with this story on reportingtexastv.com.
Reggae fans celebrated together this weekend with the return of Austin Reggae Festival. After a 2-year hiatus due to the pandemic, the festival celebrated its 27th year with food and live music. Those in attendance filled auditorium shores to see headliners such as Julian Marley, son of Bob Marley, perform. The event also benefited the Central Texas Food Bank, with every dollar raised giving 4 meals for those in need.
Travis County has launched a new program, 40K Your Way. The program aims to get 40,000 more Black residents vaccinated against COVID-19. According to Travis County, about 36% of Black residents have been given the first dose. This program, with the help of the community organizations, will share information on where to get vaccinated. Vice President Kamala Harris has tested positive for COVID-19. Harris, who is fully vaccinated and boosted, tweeted on Tuesday afternoon that she has no symptoms and will continue to isolate and follow CDC guidelines. Her press secretary says she tested positive on rapid and PCR tests. Harris has not been in close contact with the president or First Lady and will return to the White House when testing negative.
Austin saw 120 drug overdoses in March, more than double the monthly average. That's why Austin Travis County EMS is using an electronic health record to combat drug use. The new software comes from Austin-based company ESO and allows first responders and public health officials to track overdose data and patient information.
One of the challenges we have in creating effective public policy is the data lives in different data sets and it doesn't talk to one another. The Austin company ESO is starting to bridge some of that data together.
The county hopes the data will reveal overdose hotspots and drive public policy in the right places. Early voting is kicked off for the May 7th election in Texas. Travis County residents will be voting on 2 proposed amendments to the Texas Constitution. One is to decriminalize small amounts of marijuana and ban the use of no-knock warrants by Austin police. The other is money for transportation improvements in Cedar Park. There will also be numerous mayoral, city council, and school board races. Early voting goes through May 3rd.
The Texas woman on death row will be given another chance to live. On Monday, the Court of Criminal Appeals granted Melissa Lucio a stay of execution, just 2 days before she was set to die. Lucio was sentenced to death after she was convicted of killing her 2-year-old daughter in 2007. The court sent her case back to Cameron County, where she was originally tried. And now her attorneys are pushing for a new trial to present evidence of Lucio's innocence. Have any big plans this weekend? We'll wait till we tell you what's in store for the weather.
Plus, last weekend, the annual spring game gave Longhorn football fans a glimpse into next year's team.
Next month I'll be 9.
I'm going to the big game.
I'm getting married soon.
But sadly, they may never see these milestones. At least one person has died every single day on Texas roads since 2000. Every day.
A child.
A parent.
A spouse.
Doesn't come home. When you drive today, stay focused, obey laws, drive responsibly, end the streak of daily deaths.
You can do it, Texas. Let's end the streak.
The City of Austin Housing and Planning Department has grant programs that can ease some of the financial stress of owning a home. Whether you need better accessibility in or around your home, have major structural repairs like foundation, roofing, or even electrical issues, these programs may help you stay in your home and make it safer for everyone in your family. You, your neighbors, and your neighborhood are all part of what makes Austin uniquely Austin. Austin is your home. Visit austintexas.gov. Austin is my home.
As we open up businesses and begin rebuilding dreams here in Austin, let's also open up a new day of listening and mutual respect. That while we are all different, there is an us in Austin. And And today, our local business owners, our hospitals, and our neighbors need us to wear a mask. A mask on each of us is a win for all of us. Let's be that city of us.
Many of Austin's families have been financially impacted by COVID-19, making it difficult to pay rent. The City of Austin Rent Assistance Program is for Austin renters with low income who've been affected by COVID-19 and cannot pay their rent. The program's been greatly improved. It now offers more assistance for those who need help paying their rent. Now is the time to apply. We are here to help you.
Every day is bringing us closer and closer to that hot and humid Texas summer.
Bryn Hersfeld is here to let us know what to expect as we go into May.
We definitely saw those April showers earlier this week, and it looks like the clouds are going to be sticking around for the next few days. Let's see what's going on outside. It's a good day for a walk out on campus. Shorts and t-shirts abound as people are out enjoying the partly cloudy skies and early summer breeze before it gets too humid. It's a toasty 86 right now and should continue to hover in the mid-80s for the afternoon. We've got a nice breeze from the southeast fixing to blow away some of those clouds. Going into the evening, we'll finally drop into the 70s around sunset with temperatures bottoming out in the high 60s at night and a jump in humidity. More of the same this weekend with slightly higher chances of rain and temperatures climbing up into the high 80s with increased humidity. You might want to grab a raincoat as we're looking at stray showers and potential thunderstorms early next week, but that rain won't be chasing away the Texas heat. You might want to try and soak up some of that sun and clouds this weekend before we get into the real rain next week.
I will definitely be taking advantage of the sun this weekend. I personally am going to go tubing, but do you guys have any fun weekend plans?
I was thinking of maybe trying to go to Barton Springs this week to soak up some of the sun with some friends.
That'd be fun.
I just hope that rain stays away on Sunday. I was going to get out and play some softball this weekend. Bryn, thanks so much for giving us the weather report.
You're welcome.
Coming up, the U.S. men's national team makes a return trip to Q2 Stadium. We'll tell you where and when you can see the Stars and Stripes at the home of the Verde and Black.
Texas women's golf competes to be the best in the Big 12. Stay tuned to find out more.
To the forest inspired a beautiful question. Mother, mother, am I a tree? You tell me to stand tall. You tell me to stay rooted. I think I am a tree. My child, of course you are. But what kind of tree will you be? The kind to hug or the kind to climb? Doesn't matter what you choose, so long as you choose to be a tree that's kind.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
Razones por las que debemos mantener a Texas libre de basura. Es importante reconocer que levantar la basura es levantar tu estado.
Hola, nosotras somos las 6, recordándoles Don't Mess with Texas.
Honorary Forest Ranger Betty White here, lending a hand to my dear friend Smokey Bear, because for years he's only said,
only you can prevent wildfires.
But there's a lot more to say. Like, if you park your car on tall, dry grass, the hot exhaust pipe can start a wildfire. So keep the animals safe, especially the cute shirtless one. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Wash, washy, wash, washy, wash, wash your hands. Scrub it while you sing this song. Wash, washy, wash, washy, wash, wash. Rub your hands and fingers in the places in between. Using soap and water makes your hands so clean. Wash your hands. Make sure you're almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now dry.
Wash your hands for 20 seconds, just like Elmo.
I don't know, super nothing.
Last weekend, Texas women's golf competed for the conference title. The Longhorns took the lead in round 2 and never lost it. Firing a 54-hole score of 24 over par to win by 3, this victory was the team's first of the season. Texas has won 4 of the last 5 Big 12 championships. Freshman Boyun Park tied for 3rd at 4 over in her first conference championship. Senior Sarah Kuskova finished solo 6th at 5 over. Next up is the NCAA Regional Championship, May 9th through 11th. Texas football spring game on Saturday gave a glimpse of what to expect for the 2022 season. The orange and white scrimmage provided fans with a look at the progress the team made over the past 4 months. Head coach Steve Sarkisian says the team's improved field intelligence is one of the biggest signs of growth, impacting all aspects of the game, fostering brotherhood and allowing the team to react quicker.
Somebody said something to me the other day on our team about, none of us want to let each other down. That was one of the coolest things I've heard a player say to me since I've been here.
Texas will open the 2022 season at Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium on Saturday, September 3rd against Louisiana Monroe. Austin FC has signed some new players to its Special Olympics Unified team. Held at St. David's Performance Center, the new players showed some of their soccer skills before signing their letters of intent, made possible by a partnership with Special Olympics Texas in 2020. The Unified team will play in exhibition games before or after Austin FC home games. The U.S. men's soccer team selected Austin's Q2 Stadium to host its first match of the 2022-23 CONCACAF Nations League. The defending champs will play Grenada here on June 10th. Team USA is also grouped with El Salvador and will be traveling to San Salvador to face La Selecta on June 14th.
Well, that sounds like a really exciting day for both Austin and the U.S. national team. Are you going to go check out that game?
I really wish I could, but I only wish I could afford it.
With the World Cup coming up, maybe save up for that, right?
No, watch it on TV.
Well, it's a long way away. Thanks so much for joining us, Seniola.
Thank you so much.
Next, Terry Gutierrez takes us on an Earth Day trip to Lady Bird Lake to see how volunteers there were able to make a difference.
And stay tuned to watch the Dachshunds take center stage this weekend as Buda Wiener Dog Race finally returns.
I can't afford.
The top of his head hit the cab of the truck where it meets the windshield, and I was told by the medical examiner that he pretty much died instantly. His blood alcohol was twice the legal limit, so he shouldn't have been driving. Never thought I'd have to write one of my kids' obituaries. There's nothing wrong with going out and having a good time, but do not choose to get behind the wheel. If you're not going to do it for yourself, do it for your loved ones. They're the ones that still have to go on without you.
Resuming moments like these starts with protecting our kids against COVID-19 and dangerous new variants. Get the latest facts by visiting getvaccineanswers.org and speaking to your pediatrician or healthcare provider.
To Sofia and Gabriel, even though these old knees can't follow on your adventure to the forest today, these flowers represent my love. These stitches and threads join us together. And wherever you see a flower, a bird, a beautiful tree, know that my love is with you.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
Last Friday was Earth Day, and what better way to spend it than taking care of the Earth itself? Austinites were able to attend a cleanup along Lady Bird Lake. Terry Gutierrez has the details.
It just went in there. One of those, I think it might have been a Vireo, had something in there.
Dave Eubanks is helping lead Rowing Dog's first annual Earth Day cleanup along Lady Bird Lake.
I love nature, I love wildlife, I love ecology, I love making sure that our environment is actually taken care of. And when I see this many people coming out, it really makes me happy.
About 1,200 people registered to clean along the lake by walking the trail or on a kayak.
It's a little bit unique in style because, you know, we're hosting anywhere from 300 to 350 people every 2 hours.
And the Austin community showed up to clean and have some adventure.
Like Annika Thornhill, who has never been on a kayak before.
I'm not a strong swimmer, so as long as I have a life vest, I'm totally fine.
For Mireya Yanez, cleaning up on Earth Day is not just a way to reconnect with the planet, but to connect with other people as well.
I've been hyping this up in all my group chats with all my friends. I'm actually probably going to come back later with someone that I met on Tinder. So we might hit it off, I don't know. I'm really excited about that.
After collecting trash for 2 hours, volunteers were able to get their bags weighed. Organizers had prizes for categories like heaviest trash bag. In Austin, Terry Gutierrez, reporting Texas TV.
Rowing Doc's Earth Day cleanup wasn't the only opportunity to help clear the lake. Their kayak cleanup crew meets every Saturday from 9 to 11 in the morning. If you're interested in taking part, read more of the story on reportingtexas.com.
The Dachshunds took center stage this weekend as the Buda Wiener Dog Race returned. The city's 25th annual race took place after a 2-year hiatus due to the pandemic. Hundreds of dogs competed for a first-place trophy and a $500 cash prize. Along with the competition, there was also a parade, live music, and barbecue.
One lucky person became a millionaire overnight after winning the most recent Powerball jackpot. The ticket was sold in Arizona. It's worth $473 million. This is the third Powerball jackpot win of the year. Another person in Indiana won $1 million after matching all 5 numbers except the Powerball. So if you're feeling some luck, the next drawing is this Saturday for the $20 million jackpot. What would you do with that money, Madison?
I honestly would probably use it to buy some George Strait tickets because he's coming in town this weekend. So if you don't have tickets, they may be sold out. Honestly, I haven't checked, but I would take my parents because they would die to go see him. They love him.
That's so exciting. I'm sure they'd be grateful, but unfortunately, the way tickets are looking, you got to win the Powerball to get into the Moody Center this weekend.
Absolutely, I completely agree. So it's a lot, but yeah. Good night, everybody.
Thanks for joining us tonight on Reporting Texas TV.